Magu Ziansho, divine marijuana, brings immortality. Turn this down a little bit. A little bit too much. Can you hear that? But first, libations to the ancestors. So, I'm still working on actually starting this channel, Cannabis Kung Fu and Tao Alchemy. So, I'm just doing these videos to kind of, I'm going to get more into the explanation of what all that means. But I've been through the, I guess you call it the marketing process, you know, putting it on Facebook and on different martial art sites. And I got a lot of flack from traditional martial artists who like, oh, you're promoting drugs and blah 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 blah. I'm like, wow. Maybe because I'm in California, but the information that's available on the internet about marijuana, we say in our temple, we say marijuana. I'll explain that again on another video. You understand, the information is out there about how this herb, not drug, not weed, at least we don't consider it a weed. Weeds don't do all the things that cannabis does. And I'm talking about marijuana right now specifically, the part of the plant that we smoke and use to get high, etc. It is much more than that, and it is way older than the information that we are getting, you know, from scientists and all this stuff now. And the garbage that we're smoking from dispensaries, etc. That's a whole nother thing. They have already put the information out that this plant is healing all kinds of diseases, from epilepsy to cancer. Some of the worst things I can think about. I've been fortunate in my life not to have. I've had 2 operations in my life, but not diseases, and certainly not genetic diseases. So I've seen with these 2 brothers out in Colorado, created a plant or created a cannabis or marijuana plant, which they made medicine from, and they helped this young girl from her epileptic fits that she was having, like a whole bunch of them every day for most of her life, until they made this medicine. You understand? So now, beyond medicine, what most people are just touching on is the spiritual aspects of this plant. So when I say something like that, I do my research. I didn't become a teacher of Tai Chi and all the other good Taoist stuff because I just read one book like the Bible and be like, yeah, I know it all. When I get into it, I'm going to show my library, and I've lost more books than I have right now. But the Tao, which I teach and is a part of Kana Bliss, which is actually how I say it, Kung Fu, or cannabis Kung Fu. It is it's an old system way back. It's not something I made up. Magu and all these things I'm gonna get into. This is the purpose of this channel. We're gonna get into not only the Tao and how they use this herb for spiritual purposes, but in the Bible, yes, it's in the Bible. Now, in Islam, it's hard to find the use of cannabis, but they are mostly famous for what you make out of the cannabis, the the black brick. I can't think of the name right now, but they use a lot of that, and they're still famous in Morocco and etc. for making this. I can't think of the name right now, but anyway, you know what I mean. When they concentrate the marijuana and it turns black, they make bricks and you smoke that. It's not opium. Anyway, so in the 3 major religions, you can do your own research and look back and see that the people who started these religions, and the Judeo-Christian religion wasn't started by Abraham. It was started by the Magi, but that's what I'm saying, do your research. And, the dude that started it, Zarathustra, or Zoroastra, wrote about this. Now, it wasn't marijuana. It might have been like, it might have been mushrooms. But either way, the point is, these dudes were getting high. Abraham, all these dudes, right in the Bible, right in the books. And they had these visions. Now, I can only imagine, because it's way different now. I can only imagine. Think about this. If you a person that get high, 2,000 years ago, the air is fresh, the food just grow. There no such thing as farms. Food just grow naturally. You understand? The water is pure. All that. The people crazy. People always crazy, but they unified in a thought. So the priests, like Moses, well, he wasn't a priest. His brother Aaron was a priest. But Moses went into the Holy of Holies, the temple, and the way you knew he was in the temple because of the smoke. And it's right there in the Bible say they heard the voice, the words of Elyon, Elyon El, the Most High God, when the smoke was there. And then when the smoke was gone, there was nobody there. You're smoking pure marijuana. Pure, actually they did mix it. They didn't smoke back then. Nobody smoked joints and blunts and all that. They breathed it in and they mixed it with other herbs. That's a whole nother thing. They mixed it with other herbs. So you doing something way more than just smoking and, yo, dude, I'm high. This is spat, yo. I can't say smoking, but it's the same thing because you're breathing the smoke in. So on this channel, I want to get into the deeper parts of this herb because it's way deeper. When we say cannabis, there's two parts to the plant. One is hemp, or one is the part that I usually promote on the beginning of the video, the marijuana. But that's not the most important part of the plant. That's the female part of the plant. The marijuana. Oh, I wasn't supposed to show the barcode. The marijuana. But the most important side of the plant actually is the male side of the plant. You waiting for Jesus to come and save you? Hemp is the savior. Think about this. We put one seed in the ground and grow two plants. One gives us spacha, I gotta say it like that, freedom, and the other gives us freedom on earth. I'm showing you just the seeds right now. This is nutrition, food. I'm feeling it now. I'm getting tense now because this AI thing, and they talk about AI taking over and digital dollars. Those are the two main things right now. So if we are growing our own food, if we're growing our own hemp, from hemp we have food automatically. We have bud, which we can make into CBD oil, and then we can make cloth, we can make plastic, we can make everything we need from one side of the plant. Just one side of the plant. I call it Nagarjuna. We'll get into that. But, okay, algorithms. I'm going over 12 minutes on the YouTube algorithm, so they might not promote me now. So I'm out. Peace. Fuck this system, man. It's time to do for self and kind. Or turn into an AI robot. What?